Hey there, today we're going to learn about chord melody. And honestly, it kind of is self-explanatory in that you get to play the melody and the chord at the same time. So instead of Mary Had a Little Lamb, instead of playing just the single notes, you can fill some of the space by playing the melody that is found within the chord. Sounds a little bit more interesting than the single notes. Now, you've actually already been introduced to this by Craig with one of the variations of I'm Yours. So, when you are deciding to do a chord melody, there are a couple of different ways you can look at it. The way that I tend to look at things is actually chords first versus melody first. So I will look at a song and I will learn how to play it in one position with the chords, just being able to sing it, you know, Mary had a little lamb, versus then I'll say, okay, I have it here, let's learn it here now. Mary had a little lamb. Okay, I've learned it there, and then, you know, Mary had a little lamb. And I learn how to comp the songs all the way up the neck. And then through that, I usually will end up on a melody note of some sort, because chords are made up of notes from a scale, right? Well, so is the melody. So at some point, you're inevitably going to come across the note that is the melody note when you play your chord or a version of the chord. Another way that you can look at it is finding the single notes and then looking at what chord is happening. So like I did for you just a few minutes ago with going, okay, and knowing that F happens there, well, I know I don't need to play any of these other versions because it's down here. But if I wanted to play, right? Right? That way I'm playing all the way up here versus down here, where I have some single notes. So there's a variety of ways that you can look at it. Either look at your melody first, figure that out, that way you can pick your chords, or you get to know the chords of that song really well, and then start adding your melody to it. Something else that you also need to keep in mind when you're going to arrange chord melody is you need your melody note to actually be the highest note heard by your listener. So for example, again with Mary Had a Little Lamb, if I did, you can hear some of the melody a little bit, but your ear might be a little confused because you're constantly hearing this other note that's actually higher than the rest of your notes. So just keep that in mind when you're playing your chord melody, is that you want to have your melody note be the highest note heard.